Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Now, I'm going to try to get through this commentary on a Velvet live that I missed, but a channel called TV Killer Unbiased, which I will link the description or link the video in the description below. They got, I don't know who this channel is, but they've been catching all the tea of the ex-carbonation cult members, okay? Now, I will say this. I've had some people ask me to do commentary on this one. And because I love y'all, I'm going to do it. Yeah, before y'all come at me in the comments, here's why I struggle with Velvet commentary. Velvet rambles, okay? She does. This ain't me victim shaming, victim blaming, victim none of the new. No. We can kill that noise now. This is just me giving commentary on Velvet's response to Nite interview with Nique at Nite. So, this is something that I need to listen to. Well, I'm telling myself I need to listen to. And yes, it's a commentary video, so if you don't like it, you know what to do now. Okay? Fair use. I try to keep my channel in good standing. If you don't like that or understand it, it's okay. Okay? But let's get into it. Y'all pray for me.
Social media. And I know that most of y'all know some recent things, have happened. And I'm cool. I'm cool. Like I'm not opposed, you know. I just feel certain things. But I feel it and I process it for a specific reason, right? My love language, something about me, my love language is vulnerability.
Oh, hell.
And honesty.
Okay. Oh, God. Y'all, this is going to take forever. Oh, how long is this video? 53 minutes? I might have to do this in 2 parts. I might have to because I got to listen to it. And Velvet is already talking about her love language. So I tried to listen to her the other night and she was talking about that love language stuff. And okay, this will probably be 2 parts. Just letting y'all know now.
Regardless of, if somebody didn't remember a detail or, so many things have happened to them that, but as long as they're honest.
Okay.
As long as I don't think there's nothing wrong with wanting a family. I don't think nothing's wrong with that. And I'm not going to ever let anyone make me feel bad about that. I'm not going to ever feel bad about how many fathers I have to the children that I have. Because in my life and what I've been through in my life, everything was a lesson for me to unravel me into the queen that I am.
Oh, God.
I had to be pruned back. Layers had to be peeled off. And experiences had to be had so that I could learn what I know now to give to my children. Because I didn't have it. My parents didn't have it. And their parents' parents didn't have it. So I'm thankful. I'm grateful for everything that I have, that I've been through. Because it ain't take away from me. It ain't take away from me not one bit. It added to me.
Now, from what I'm understanding, I also do have to go back and watch the Nique and Jenae, Nique at Nite interviewing Jenae. Somehow, this upset and triggered a response in Velvet. Ugh, I hate that word, triggered. I get triggered by the overuse of the word triggered, but I just used it. Anyway, it triggered a response in Velvet. If you can't beat him, join him. So at some point, she is going to address this. I don't want to skip over too much because I don't want to miss what leads up to.
Yeah, that shit hurt like a motherfucker. Because I understand why.
Oh, not the snot. I have a pet peeve. I don't care who you are. A lot of people do this online. Please stop with the snot. Please. I can't. It's repulsive. Just blow your nose, pause, and go blow your nose. This is for anybody. This ain't just a Velvet thing. I see a lot of content creators doing it.
My whole life rejecting. My whole life abandonment issues. You talk about abandonment issues. Not being able to express myself emotionally as a child growing up. Wishing that my daddy would have been there for me throughout the years that I needed him, just like I needed him when he came to Mexico. See, if things was different in my life as a child, when my dad came to see me in Mexico, I probably would have trusted him a little more.
No, I can't speak to her experience as a child because I wasn't there, so that would be reckless of me to do that. But I don't think her response to him being there when he came to get her out of that cult, pretty much check on her and his grandbaby, I don't think it would have been any different than what it was because of the situation she was in. She had to please a narcissistic maniac who was a cult leader named Eligio Bishop, also known as Nature Boy. So no, I don't believe it would have. I don't think it would have changed a thing. And that's me speaking to what to the past as far as 4 years ago, 3 years ago. I can't speak to her childhood.
I probably would have went with him, but I didn't because I didn't understand, and I needed to learn. But I sit here to this day, and I'm grateful because when my dad showed up for me, that made me realize somebody do love me. See, my parents had a whole bunch of problems because of their childhood.
Okay, I'm going to skip past some of this because I really don't want to speak on Mr. Marquez because I do respect him a lot. So I'm going to kind of just get to the part where the interview triggers a response. Okay, well, I fast forward and she's still crying and talking about she's talking about everything. I am trying to be very delicate here. I don't personally have anything against Velvet. There are things that she has said and done and does that don't always sit right with me. So I'm trying to be, for all the Velvet fans, just relax, bear with me. But I have to be true to myself when doing this as well.
The only time you ever saw me hit anybody, the only time you ever saw me talk about anybody, curse anybody out, is because I was standing up for myself. Do you know how many times I was physically abused? Not only by the father of my children, because I'm standing up for myself. couldn't walk 2 days in my shoes. Not even 2.
You know, and I do sympathize with her. And I do believe some of that is true, that a lot of the violence that occurred in Carbonation was orchestrated by Nature Boy. It's true. I watched it. Also, Velvet, which there's nothing wrong with this, she's a feisty little thing, okay? And I understand that. I can be as well, okay? I'm not some shrinking violent over here. So I can kind of understand that. So I'll just pause on that for just a minute.
So I have so much love on the inside of me that I just want to share that shit. I want to share it. But I can't share it because I can't trust you. I can't even trust you. The people that's bullying me, harassing me, badgering me,
Who?
all of this dumb shit, are the same people that told me that they loved me.
Who?
Literally. I had to fight.
Now here I'm thinking we're getting to the part where Jenae, okay, for anybody that's new, which most people are kind of up to date with what's going on, Jenae and Velvet both have a child with 4 months of each other. They're half siblings. They both had a child by Solar. So if I had to guess, because this was triggered by Jenae doing an interview with Nique at Night, which from my understanding, Velvet wasn't brought up by Jenae, that Nique asked some questions. It wasn't really that much about Velvet, but myself, I still have to go watch it. But anyway, I digress. I think that's who she's talking about, is Jenae and Solar. We all knew back over a year ago when both of these women were pregnant. Well, Jenae was pregnant and Solar was bouncing in between both of them, that this was going to be a mess. Now, I imagine as these women get older and get over it, they'll be fine. And their children, which are siblings, will be able to play and have fun. It's still fresh between them both. That's what I believe.
Physically fight to protect myself and my children from men and women who said that they loved me, said that they cared about me, and they didn't do shit. When they watched me get beat many times. Nobody talks about that shit at all. And you know what I do? Sit back in the cut.
Okay. Look, I gotta keep it real here, and if you don't like it, here's where you exit. If the commentary didn't make you go already. Velvet, listen, you did the same thing as they did. No, they didn't protect you, and you did not protect them when it happened to them either. So it's not a competition of... I hate when I see victims of the same person try to, and I don't even know if that's what she's trying. It seems like she's trying to out-victimize herself. I was more of a victim. I feel they were all victims. We just heard their testimonies. I didn't need to just hear their testimonies. I watched it. Okay? I watched it for years. Velvet, now listen. You were a part of that as well. You were a part of that as well. See, here's where I think a lot of them still need deprogramming, need some type of therapy, not just any type either. I'm talking about someone who deals in that type of trauma of being in a cult or some type of crazy, strict religion. This is what I think that stems from. Velvet maybe a little more so than the others, but they all could use it. There ain't nothing wrong with it. It ain't going to hurt you. Just get it done.
And I support still, because at the end of the when you in a position where you gotta fight people physically to protect yourself, because a motherfucker is ordering them to do shit and say shit and be some kind of way, you won't ever know what that feel like until you in that position. You won't
That's
ever know
true.
what it's like, ever.
Velvet, I don't know if anyone out here, except people that have been in your shoes, which they have, there's people that, Velvet, you're not alone. There's a lot of people that's been in your situation, unfortunately. But I don't think anyone is out here trying to. Let me just stop for a minute. I'm trying.
I've had compassion. I've had compassion. I forgave and 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 forgave. Anything I've ever done, it wasn't ever because of someone else. It was always because of my heart. That's what my heart led me to do. I felt like that was right at the time. And even though it was a bad decision, because yes, it was a bad fucking decision, I'm still taking care of my own. I'm still getting it out the mud.
Oh, God.
My babies still need a roof over their head. My babies still need to be fed. My babies still need support and love around them.
Velvet, now,
And I will not.
Velvet, you ain't the first mother either. You ain't the first with 3. You are not the first woman or mother on this earth to, as you say, you have to get it out the mud, and your children need these things. I don't know, y'all. Maybe she just needs to get this off of her chest, but I have seen this in Velvet before.
I respect a motherfucker who sits in front of the world on any accord,
Okay.
and call a child a demon. Oh. How many times I got physically abused for protecting life? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. You know when somebody been abused. Bitch, you don't act like you abused. You don't. When a woman is down, you never put her down. I've had my fair share of putting a woman down when she was down at one point in time in my life. Was that the right thing to do? No. Even if she did come for me, I still shouldn't have never did it. Because she was never my problem. He was.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I still got love for the whole situation. Because there's children involved. And not even only because there's children involved. It's we involved. Our hearts involved. Nigga. Our children will never fucking know their fathers. As much as I was happy that shit won't affect, my life immediate, in a close vicinity because of the sentencing, it's just as much pain as I felt all at the same time. You will never know how that feel. You will never know how that feel unless you go through it. Unless you put in that position. I have to now figure out a creative way to explain to my daughter that she will never see her dad because he wanted to be polygamous.
I mean, look, Velvet, unfortunately, you ain't the first who's had to do that either. I mean, honestly. And I do empathize with you there. I don't know if it's because he wanted to be a polygamist. I would add a list of other things. and in handling that situation with Eliana will be difficult. She'll have to be very delicate with her. I imagine that that's going to be a very complicated road to travel, but, and I know this is said a lot, children are very resilient, and he hasn't been there before the sentencing. He hasn't seen her physically. I don't know what they did when, they weren't online or after she left him and left the cult. But he hasn't seen Eliana, baby Eliana, in years. Anyway, what I'll say is this will be something that she will have to navigate very carefully. I wish she would reach out to other mothers in the same situation. Unfortunately, this happens too often. Is her situation a little bit different? Yes, it's a cult leader who made, national news, unfortunately, for baby Eliana.
How the fuck do you tell a child that at any age? The fuck?
No one said it would be easy, Velvet.
The women is not the problem, man. Oh. These men, I see a lot of people say these women need to take accountability, and that's valid. But at the same time, these women get up every fucking day.
Okay.
And they be like, oh, well, because you got the same daddy as my baby, I don't like you. Bitch, what? I don't even want your nigga, his nigga. I don't give a fuck who nigga. I don't want him. I don't want him. I don't need him. I don't need him. I don't need him. I don't want him. I make shit shake around here. Always made shit shake around here. When I was when my walls was when my back was against the wall, and I was standing on pins and needles, I got myself out that situation. Not you, not him. I did that for me and my baby.
Velvet, what are you talking about? I don't think that Jenae is out here proclaiming that she got you out of a cult, that she got you out of a toxic situation. Why would she do that? That doesn't even make sense. And this is where she starts to ramble a little bit.
Because I was blinded somewhere. Got into the situation blinded somewhere, but I made that shit happen. Thank you for what? Thank you for what? If you are just as much as a victim as me, or I'm just as much as a victim as you, why am I apologizing? I mean, thanking you.
Huh?
Why am I thanking you?
For what?
I don't have to thank you for anything. I'm thanking God. Thank you, God, for allowing...
What the hell is this about? Is this who put the charges on Nature Boy first? Look, all love yins got out of it. All love yins did your part. This is not a competition of who did what first, why, when, and where. It got done. Just be glad it got done. Velvet, what are you talking about?
Things to move around in our favor. In my favor. But you don't know me enough, and you're not around me enough to know that I pray and live plural. I don't live singular.
What?
I live a plural lifestyle.
What are you talking
meaning
about?
that I do and think things for many other people, including myself.
Hell, now I'm confused.
This is not something that I just be like, I just need to. No, this is how God has me built innately, my personality. I'm always thinking about someone else. I'm always thinking about something else beside myself. How is that negative? When does that occur to be negative? if I'm not implementing anything negative into anyone's life, I was the one motherfucking being made of carbonation. You know how many times I denounced wanting to be queen of carbonation?
Oh,
Do you know how many
God.
times? You would never know because that was never recorded and put online.
Yes, it was.
Do you know?
The hell it wasn't, Velvet. Do you know how many times that we watched you come and go, come and go, come and go? I ain't shaming you. I'm just letting you know we saw it. We watched it. Don't act like we're brand new here. Who you talking to, Velvet? I saw you get upset when he would play his stupid games on you. Zoka will be the new chiefess of carbonation. With his little stupid make-believe world he made up over there and put y'all through hell. Velvet, who you talking to? We watched this.
How many times I was around these same women who sitting up there, these same women trying to fight over the position, and I'm willingly trying to give it away.
Oh, bullshit.
Do you know how many times I sat in meetings and circles in front of all of these women and men, and I'm speaking up for myself and for them, and they just sitting up there looking like, you ain't shit, you need to da-da-da-da. And then when we leave and everything is over, they still attacking me, and I don't say shit about them. I don't.
Velvet, what could they do? They were in the same position as you. All y'all were victims and now survivors of the cult carbonation, of the monster nature boy. You got out. Stop sitting in this and dwelling in this particular part of the darkest part of your mind. Please go get help. Again, I am not shaming her, but some of this right here, y'all, is wrong.
Do shit to them. I'm not around them. I don't take no money from them, steal from them. I'm not even worried about that. I don't even know what they do. I don't even have a thought to understand what they doing. Not because I don't care, but because I got my own shit going on. I got my own shit going on. Rightfully. I'm not obligated to be your friend. I'm not obligated to fuck with you. I'm not obligated to want to like you. I'm not obligated for none of that shit.
Same, Velvet. They're not obligated to none of that with you either. All of you have a lot going on, have your own families now. Some have moved on. 3 or 4 of them are still trying to fight an appeal for Nature Boy. Still don't know what they're doing with their life. But what I'm saying is, same, Velvet. No, again, where are you going with this? I told y'all to pray for me with this. It's hard. They don't owe you nothing either.
Period. It don't matter what fucking choice I made. I live in my shit. I'm living in my shit. And like I said, ain't nobody finna just still come up. Listen, I'm a fucking survivor of abuse. Emotional abuse, physical abuse, spiritual abuse. Whose fucking choice was that? You think I decided to be a fucking victim of domestic violence? Come on now, no, that shit happened to me. It happens to me because of whatever reason. And at the end of the day, that reason I know very deeply in my roots. So at this juncture in my life, being that I have all of this wisdom and experiences that I've had because of the choices that I made, I'm not letting nobody else come in my life talking that I come in peace.
Oh God, I've heard this. I already know. I already know what the hell she's going to say. Nobody else is coming in her life tricking her with all that romance and I love you and I want to be your friend bullcrap. I've heard this spiel before. She don't want no new friends. She's above everybody, y'all. Look, I hate what she went through. I hate it. But Velvet also has her own issues here. She really, oh, how do I say this? Let me just pause on that one again. I really want to be careful here.
Period. I don't give a fuck. If God don't tell me to move, I ain't moving. And I ain't gonna shake. You gonna have to kill me. Period.
Oh, God.
But I'm not about to sit up here. I don't have that. Oh, you talking about? I don't have that back down spirit. I'm not a back down spirit. I'm not a let motherfuckers walk all over you type of spirit. Even before nature, even before all that Eliana dad, like that shit. I was even blown away by how much he abused me, and I never thought about. That's how much compassion I had for him. I never thought about killing him, hitting him, none of that. I always wanted the best for him. Always.
Well, you did hit him, but that's okay.
Come on now. Like, I don't. My thing is, while you sitting up here talking about another grown woman or a grown man, you don't know what that person going through.
Oh, God, you've said that.
You don't know what that person got on their mind, on their heart. You don't know. So you over here just spewing out negativity. I got a whole bunch of fucking thoughts. I got a whole bunch of fucking feelings. But I'm not about to go doing no defamation of character. And it wouldn't even be defamation because I got valid feelings. My shit is valid. But I'm not about to go out here just trying to fuck your shit up when I know you got babies. When I know you need to make money for your babies. When I know that...
Velvet, is this about the interview? Because I'm sure Nique, anybody would love to interview you as well. It's that attitude of yours. It's so off-putting. There it is. That's what I wanted and have said before. It's that snotty attitude. That bratty, entitled attitude that you have. You come off like you're just not approachable, and no one should approach you. No one should ask you anything. But if that's what this is about, like if you just wanted to do an interview, girl, Nique's email is on her about section. You know, she has interviewed she interviewed Serenity and Rambo. Rambo didn't even have a shirt on. Serenity up there telling the story, crazy. If that's what you need to do, Velvet, go do it. Put your pride aside for once.
You got a at-home business. When I know that you trying to make a way because the same fucking father that I have for my child is the father of your child, and he don't do shit for neither one of them.
Okay.
So I'm not about to try to have any intention to fuck your shit up. If anything, I'ma just be quiet and leave you the fuck alone and go mind my business like I've been doing, like I was doing. But for whatever reason, you're triggered for nothing. But you call me the narcissist, though. I stay.
Velvet, sorry to say, you seem like the one triggered. And two words I hate more than anything is triggered narcissist, and I got a feeling that's going to be said next. Oh, God.
All the way in my fucking reason for nothing. But you call me the narcissist, though. I stay all the way in my fucking lane. I stay all the way to my fucking self. I stay all the way in my own fucking life and mind my business. If you talking to me, you best believe it's because you done sent me some shit first and I opened it up and decided to engage. Bitch, I don't...
See what I told y'all? It's that pride. All that unnecessary ego and pride of hers. If you wanted to talk to me, it's because you sent me something. I wouldn't dare reach out to you. Okay, Velvet.
I gotta engage at all. Like, I don't have to at all. And I don't. But I will. I gotta stand up for myself because ain't nobody out here standing up for me. Nobody not out here like, don't do that to Val. She ain't even doing that. You got a couple people, you know, I see my people, you know, the people that understand. I see them. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, at the end of the day, if you want to talk about taking accountability, a part of taking accountability is not letting people walk over me. and do whatever the fuck they think that they can do just because that's who they are. Like, you can't come over here fucking anything up or doing or saying anything. Like, I didn't do you anything. You wanted to be with my nigga. You couldn't be with my nigga at the time, which is fucking sickening to even say or even think. But at the end of the day...
Oh, God, Velvet. Who are you talking about? Which dude are you talking about? Nature Boy or Solar? Because this sounds like some petty little girl drama bullshit that you're on right now. It really does. Sorry for y'all that don't like it. I gotta keep it real. That's what it sounds like to me.
This shit happened. Whatever in the midst happened, you know what I'm saying, didn't work. You still tried to fuck on them, didn't work. You went to another nigga, 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 didn't work. I even went to another nigga and it didn't work. So, who are you to talk about me in any regard? And who are you motherfuckers sitting there bigging this lady up and gassing her the fuck up like she is the fucking superhero of the galaxy? Like, her car don't look much different than mine, but shit, she got some shit on her car, but at the end of the day, she ain't exempt. Bitch, you had a fucking baby with a...
Her car? Is this about cars now? What? Cars? Velvet, look, you're just mad and jealous about something. That interview has pissed you off, and now you're just rambling. What about a car? What?
Narcissist too. Like, you feel me? So, bumping your fucking gums like you just this angelic motherfucker that just ascended out of the fucking nowhere. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, bitch, you done prayed over my children. You done told me, we was gonna be friends, and and then you lying in the process and telling half truths and all kind of shit. Like, bitch, who are you? For real. My thing is, I'm not about to continue to sit up here and let people willingly abuse me.
Oh, my God.
Like, I'm not no fucking victim, bitch. Y'all got me fucked up. Like,
okay, well, earlier in the episode you were. Now you're on a different time. And now, oh, my God, Velvet. Sorry to tell you this, and sorry for whoever it pisses off. I don't care. You sound pissed off and jealous because she done an interview. Like I said, you want to go do one, go do one. There's plenty of people. Now, I've done an interview with Velvet before. Good luck to you. It ain't easy.
Yes, that shit happened to me. I'm a victim in the sense that I was physically abused, emotionally abused, sexually abused. Yes, spiritually abused, emotionally abused. Yes, I was that happened to me. But I am not going to label myself as no victim, because victims victimize, and I'm not victimizing shit. At the end of the day, I take care of my business. I handle my business. I take care of my babies, regardless of how shit is getting done. Everything is in divine timing. I'm on the right path. I'm making sure that I'm safe. I'm making sure that everything is aligned. So, that...
What?
For real, you just making yourself look even stupider. But the only reason why it hit my core is because I've been going through this for my whole life.
Oh, hell far. Here we freaking go again. This is a freaking competition for Velvet. I'm more of a victim than you. No, Velvet, stop. You're going about this the wrong way. You sound bitter. This just sounds like pure bitterness, and it's not becoming.
My whole life. My whole life. So, as soon as I'm thinking that it's over.
Oh, God.
As soon as I'm thinking like, all right, we can finally move on. You know what I'm saying? Here come the bullshit.
It's an
These
interview.
motherfuckers just don't want to live in peace. You don't want peace. You don't want peace. You don't truly want peace. Because in in a relationship, after a relationship, the only reason why I came at that lady is because she came for me, son. Period. And at the
Velvet, do you ever do anything wrong? Because you really like to act like you are the one that ascended from the heavens above. Like you're the angel here, and everybody's just done you dirty. You haven't done nothing dirty to anybody. Is it?
end of the day, why is you pressed over a nigga that don't want you? That's weak as fuck. My transcript is leaving motherfuckers.
Oh, God.
Your transcript is wanting to be chosen by motherfuckers.
Velvet.
Complete different. So ain't no competition. Let's be clear.
Velvet,
Everything.
Stop with this nonsense. Yeah, oh my God. Stop, Velvet. You chased too, but my God, come on. This is, again,
that has ever came to me. Everything that I have ever decided to do has come to me, has dropped in my lap. And I just so happened to decide. And I decided. And some decisions was good.
Okay, then you're contradicting everything you just said. How far am I? 40 minutes before. You contradicted everything you just claimed 40 minutes before, that you were the victim and people were doing this to you. And now all of a sudden you are that bitch. You're that chick, and people come to you and they don't leave you, you leave them. And you're so much above Jenae. That's what you're saying. See, this is why, Velvet, you make it so hard for people to, you make it hard for people to feel sorry for you, even though I do, because I know what you went through. This attitude of yours, and it's a very snotty attitude. It reminds me of a little teenage girl who hasn't ever been checked. It's that little snotty attitude of yours. That braggadocious attitude of yours that nobody wants to put up with. Maybe you need to check your own self and stop worrying about everybody else that was there, that was around you, that came and gone in your life. Maybe it's you, Velvet. Ever thought of that?
Some decisions was bad as fuck. But at the end of the day, these motherfucking spiritual community people talking about, I want to heal. I want to have peace. I'm coming into my divinity. I'm divine feminine and all of this bullshit. But
Velvet, that was your name for the longest on all your social media. Divine something, Creole. You had 50 other names too. Quit.
When the shit finally let her rest, here you go kicking up some dirt that you don't know shit about.
She don't?
Saying some shit that you won't regret. When shit hit the fan. Got your nose in a business that shouldn't even be there. Putting yourself in places that you're not supposed to be.
Says who?
You gonna get yourself fucked up.
Are you threatening?
Because God don't play about his chosen people. You see where Nature Boy at.
Oh, God.
You see where Nature Boy at. You see where Courtney at. You see where these niggas at. So...
Okay, now she's God's chosen. Okay, God's only looking out for Velvet, so everybody be on the lookout. If you said anything negative, slightly negative about her, God don't play about Velvet. Okay, gotcha.
Tread carefully.
Oh, God.
Especially around me, because I'm not letting you abuse me, harass me, bully me, all of that. None of that. It ain't your fucking business if I got a job. It ain't none of your fucking business how my children get taken care of. It ain't none of your fucking business how I'm moving forward. It ain't none of your fucking business how I'm healing and how I'm doing. That ain't none of your fucking business.
Okay, tough girl.
Period.
Period.
The last time I heard of a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, they didn't say shit about their moves. They don't say shit about their moves. So...
Velvet, you're not a millionaire, trillionaire, and neither is Jenae. Anyway, I'm going to end it right here. I don't like my videos to go over this long. I promise I will do part 2. But I really need to go watch Jenae's video, or interview with Nique at Night to really get more insight for part two, why Velvet is this upset and bothered, which I've seen Velvet like this before, so I'm not really that shocked, especially with the two of them sharing a baby daddy. You're going to see a lot of jealousy, women being upset. This is par for the course until they probably get a little bit older and navigate things. They'll be fine in the long run. But I'm going to end it right here, and I'm going to head over to Nique at Night and watch that interview and then come back with part two. I'm out. Y'all have a beautiful and blessed day, and save the complaining and snotting around in my comments for somebody else.